What's going on, YouTube? Power Ranger fans, and to all of you collectors out there. If you guys are new to the channel, then make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the bell with notifications on, and don't forget to follow me and check me out on my Instagram, X page, and TikTok. All the links will be in the description down below. Now, as you guys can tell from the title of today's video and the thumbnail, today we will be reviewing both the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Mighty Morphin Pink and Zeo Yellow Ranger. Now, I know I haven't reviewed these before in my previous videos, but I thought I'd do that for today's video. Now, this is my first ever female Mighty Morphin Lightning Collection figure, a part of my Mighty Morphin team collection, because as you guys have seen from my previous videos, I've done a review on the remastered black with the Power Axe and Power Sword. I did have the weapons combined right before recording this video, but I'll probably show an image of it in a community post later on after the video or when it's posted. But yeah, this is my double review on both Zeo Yellow and Mighty Morphin Pink. Even though I do have my repainted custom remastered blue, metallic red, remastered black, Fighting Spirits green as a custom metallic green ranger, and my repainted yet also custom metallic white ranger. So I do plan on getting some duplicates of some of the figures of like red, which is like 40 something bucks on Amazon. I might find or just look for them off eBay or Mercari for like a decent or cheaper price. Enough talk, let's get into the review. Starting off with the Mighty Morphin Pink Ranger. Let's check out the packaging right quick. Now obviously it does say Mighty Morphin Pink and Saban. I think this was from, I don't know which wave this was, maybe wave 5 or wave 4 to the Lightning Collection. If it was from one of those waves, then let me know in the comments down below. We do have this amazing box art. It does say Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on the side. Other side, we've got this amazing piece of box art. And then on the back, we have this amazing shot in the Pink Ranger in this cool action pose by holding her power bow. Now, to go over the accessories, she does come with her primary weapon of the power bow, which is just a basic weapon. Now, comparing that to the power bow from the VHS Pink Ranger and the Reignition basic Pink Ranger figure from the 6-pack, which I will be comparing those real soon. It's just, this one doesn't really have any paint, but this one has the only paint details on it compared to the one from the Lightning Collection line, or the Hasbro Lightning Collection line. You guys get what I mean. We have her basic or simple bow, which is just pure gray, like a silver of some sort. And then we have this cool, awesome effect piece, which is also like another variant of the arrow in the pinkish type of clear color. Not bad, actually, for an accessory. She does come with her extra set of hands, open and closed. The one thing I did want to mention right quick is her power blaster in its blaster mode. Now, as you guys can obviously tell, it is painted silver, but if we compare this version to the one from my remastered black, the only thing that's different is that there's no white paint details on here, but it's just mostly silver instead of it being painted white. And she does come with her civilian head, because this is the Kimberly Hart version, and they even added her like earrings from the shell. Nice. And now let's move on to the figure itself. Paint job wise, if we zoom in, I think they tried making the coin like very highly detailed, especially with the morpher, with the black lining and the belt. Very nice glossy paint details on the helmet, a nice reflective white for the paint. Same thing with the boots or whatnot. But articulation wise, head does rotate 360. Her head can go that far up, go down. Arms do go out as well. That far back, that far forward. They have a 360-degree articulation joint. Arms do bend. Hands do have a 360-degree articulation. Same thing with the other arm. Go out, go in. This hand kind of sort of looks like she's pointing at something or ready to hold the dragon dagger. I'm just saying. Her legs do go this far out forward because of her skirt, but the legs do bend. Ooh, a little bit of a stiffness to it. The boots do have a 360-degree pivot joint for the articulation as well. Ooh, very stiff. Same thing with the other leg. Moves forward it doesn't go that far back because, yeah. If you want, she can lean forward. She can lean back for exercising or her gymnastics or whatever. But if you wanted to, you could always just swap her head out with the civilian head. But I'm not going to. But I'll probably do that in a community post for later, maybe later on after the video. I don't know if we can get her to stand still. All right. And next up, we've got the Zeo Yellow Ranger figure from Power Ranger Zeo. Now, let's take a look at the packaging with the amazing box art. Now, it does say Power Rangers Lightning Collection Zeo Yellow Ranger. We've got this amazing box art, Power Ranger Zeo on the side. Another piece of box art. And then on the back, we have the Yellow Ranger from Zeo in this awesome action fighting pose with her, like, nunchuck weapon. I don't even know what they were called, like the power chucks of some sort. Accessory wise, she does come with her civilian head, her two nunchuck weapons, which I might just call them either nunchucks or power chucks. Let me know in the comments below of what they were really called in the show. Just like all the other Lightning Collection Zeo figures, they do come with the little saber and their Zeo blaster, which is very detailed and sculpted, especially with the gold paint, the black, and the red on it. She does come with her extra set of hands, which are like more of a open type of hands of some sort because of how they look, which I don't know why it's in that position. And then she does come with her effect piece for the Zeo blaster, which I do have a hard time remembering some of the names to the Ranger's weapons, so can't blame me. But yeah, that's what it looks like with the effect piece on it. And now let's move the accessories off to the side. But if you wanted to, you could always just swap heads out. And now we've got the Zeo Yellow Ranger figure itself, obviously out of the packaging, which I did that before recording the video. Paint detail wise, you do get a little bit of a nice shiny reflecting yellow paint on the helmet, a little bit of white around the visor, nice and shiny gold on like the chest, the arms, especially with the little hint of gold around the wrist, two holsters for like the sword and the blaster mode. But articulation wise, just like with the Pink Ranger figure, head does rotate 360. Ooh, that's also very stiff as well. Arms do go this far out, they go in, rotate 360, arms bend, hands rotate 360. I mean, to be honest, at this point, the arms are just like a basic figure, like from the Walmart exclusive and the basic figures, which I might as well do that right quick. I mean, comparing the Lightning Collection version to the other Hasbro VHS figure, I gotta give it to the Lightning Collection because there's more articulation, more paint details on like the weapons and whatnot, but these ones were just not even fully detailed or sculpted. But I did like add some paint touch-ups onto like the belt, but not really like any other part to the figures, because obviously the bottom of their boots were like painted black. I might consider doing that to the Lightning Collection version. And obviously we have this version, which is like barely even 5 inches tall for its scale with the blade blaster in the holster, and it just knocked the Lightning Collection version over as well. But yeah, there's the small or quick comparison. And now back onto, oh my gosh, now Mighty Morphin Pink is falling over, probably from doing too much gymnastics. Thought I'd make a little pun, even though it was probably not a good one. Either way, other arm does go out, well, only that far out, but you guys get the point. Rotates 360, arms do bend this far forward, hands rotate 360. If you want, she could always lean back or lean forward. Ooh, with that little click ratchet joint. Legs do go this far forward. They bend. Gee, why are some of the Lightning Collection figures have a bit of a stiff type of part to the articulation? I mean, it does go that far back because of the double knee joint or whatever you want to call it. Because I know they've done that with some of the male Lightning Collection figures. But the boots do have a 360-degree pivot articulation as well. So do the feet. But still, if you want to, you could always just swap the heads out with the civilian head, which might as well do that right quick. If I can get the civilian head on. Okay. I don't want to break the figure, but this is just what it looks like with a civilian head. But if you want to, you could always just put the sword and blaster in her holster and in her hand if you wanted to, which we might as well do that right quick. So, got the blaster in there and her sword. Alrighty. Actually, I'm going to put her in an awesome action type of fighting pose right quick. But I know Hasbro hasn't done the Lightning Collection in like so many years, since 2023, because I think the Master Morpher was like the last ever roleplay item they ever made, if I'm correct, because they've done like a pink Power Morpher, a yellow Power Morpher, which I just thought was really stupid for Hasbro to do that, so no offense to Hasbro. But yeah, there we have the yellow Zeo figure in that awesome action pose. But this is going to wrap up today's video and review on both the Mighty Morphin Pink and Zeo Yellow Lightning Collection figures. Until next time, you guys, as always, make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the bell with all notifications on. And I know I mentioned it before, but links will be in the description down below for my Instagram, TikTok, and X page. But still, I will see you guys later in the next video. So, take care, you guys.